The geological time bomb underneath the US that the government fears. You see this picture? Looks like paradise on Earth, right? One of the most beautiful and visited places in the United States. Now, what if I told you all this beauty is just a mask? That right under the ground, in this exact spot, there's a ticking time bomb. Not just any bomb, but a force of nature so colossal it could bury entire cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York under a layer of ash. A geological weapon that scientists monitor every single day, and that, according to some, the government fears more than any act of war. In the next few minutes, we're going to break this story down. We're going to show you the truth behind the American time bomb. How big is this sleeping monster? What are the secret signs scientists are looking for that indicate it's waking up? And the trillion-dollar question? What would really happen to the world the day after it erupts? We're going to answer all of it. The truth about the greatest geological threat to the United States is about to be revealed. Stick around until the end to find out about the almost unbelievable plan NASA proposed to try to shut down this supervolcano. You're not going to want to miss this. Okay, to understand the threat, we first need to forget everything we think we know about volcanoes. We're not talking about a cone-shaped mountain. What exists under Yellowstone Park is something much, much bigger. Scientists call it a caldera. Think of it as a gigantic scar from a past eruption, a scar that covers an area of over 44 by 28 miles. And beneath this scar, the monster's heart beats, a magma chamber. This isn't a pool of lava, it's a colossal reservoir of molten rock and gases, big enough to fill the Grand Canyon more than 11 times over. Scientists know it's there using seismology, a kind of ultrasound for the Earth. Every little tremor helps them map this sleeping giant. But the big question is this giant about to wake up? History gives us a terrifying pattern. Yellowstone has had 3 cataclysmic eruptions in the past. One 2.1 million years ago, another 1.3 million years ago, and the last one about 631,000 years ago. If you do the math, the cycle between mega eruptions is roughly 600,000 to 700,000 years. That's right, the last one was 631,000 years ago. Mathematically speaking, we're in the window. This is why you see headlines saying the volcano is overdue. But geology doesn't run like a Swiss watch. The chance of an eruption in any given year is 1 in 730,000. Low, but not zero. And what if that 1 in the statistic hits? Let's paint a picture, not to scare you, but to understand the scale. The first hour, a swarm of earthquakes, the likes of which have never been seen, shakes the entire region. The ground in Yellowstone rises by several feet. Then, the explosion. A column of ash and rock is launched more than 20 miles into the atmosphere with the force of thousands of atomic bombs. In the immediate area, within a 60-mile radius, everything is instantly vaporized by pyroclastic flows, clouds of gas and ash at 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit moving faster than a race car. The first few days, the ash cloud, carried by the winds, begins to spread. Within 24 hours, states like Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Colorado would be under a layer of ash that could be up to 3 feet thick. It would be like a heavy, toxic cement covering everything. The sun would vanish. Communications, power grids, and transportation would collapse. Flying would be impossible, not just in the US, but across the entire northern hemisphere, as volcanic ash destroys jet engines. The first year, and the worst is yet to come. The enormous amount of sulfur dioxide released into the stratosphere would form a veil around the globe, reflecting sunlight back into space. This is the volcanic winter. The average global temperature could drop by 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, about 9 to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. The monsoons in Asia could fail. Harvests worldwide would be decimated, leading to an unprecedented global food crisis. This is the scenario the government fears. not just an American catastrophe, but a mass extinction-level event. So, can we do anything? Are we just waiting? Well, not exactly. And this is where the story gets even more interesting, involving the most famous space agency in the world. So, facing a potential apocalypse, are our hands tied? This is where the story takes a sci-fi turn. In 2017, researchers from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, yes, the space agency, published a report on what they considered the greatest natural threat to humanity. And they didn't just analyze the problem, they proposed a solution. Their idea is based on a simple principle. If the problem is too much heat, then we need to cool the volcano down. The plan is audacious. It involves drilling a well up to 6 miles deep into the side of the Yellowstone Caldera. It's crucial not to drill directly into the magma chamber, as a sudden depressurization could actually trigger the very eruption they're trying to prevent. Once the well is ready, they'd pump water down at high pressure. The water would circulate through the hot rocks, absorbing the volcano's heat. It would return to the surface as superheated steam at over 660 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's the brilliant part. This steam wouldn't be wasted. It could be used to power a gigantic geothermal plant. This plant would generate a massive amount of clean electricity, which could be sold to the surrounding areas. Over time, the project would pay for itself. Essentially, NASA proposed turning the world's most dangerous time bomb into a renewable energy source for the United States. Sounds like the perfect plan, right? But the reality is more complex. The initial cost would be over $3 billion. The cooling process would be incredibly slow, taking hundreds, maybe thousands of years to significantly reduce the threat. And the risk? The risk of drilling in the wrong place and accidentally waking the giant is terrifying. Therefore, this isn't an active plan. It's a thought experiment. A proposal that shows the level of ingenuity we'd have to achieve to deal with a force like this. This brings us back to our original question. Is the Yellowstone time bomb about to explode? The honest scientific answer is most likely no. Not in our lifetime, nor in our children's lifetimes, or even our grandchildren's. The probability of a super-eruption in any given year remains astronomically low. The real point of understanding Yellowstone isn't fear of the world ending, it's respect. The park's wild beauty, the hot springs, the dancing geysers, they aren't just tourist attractions. They are the pulse of a living planet. They are the release valves for a power so immense it built the very continent we live on. The time bomb under the US isn't just a threat. It's a reminder of the extraordinary power and the fragility of our existence on the surface of this dynamic planet. Yellowstone is one of Earth's greatest secrets, but our planet is full of them, from the deepest ocean trenches to the ice volcanoes on other worlds. If you want to continue this journey of discovery, to uncover more secrets of our planet and the universe, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss our next adventure. Because next time, we're going to investigate the mysterious atmospheric rivers, invisible storms in the sky that carry more water than the Amazon River and are changing the world's climate right before our eyes. You're not gonna want to miss it.